Yeah, I think it's okay.
It's 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours. I think it's okay to proceed because we need to. We still need to wait.
We still need to wait
To
for 1
incubate for
hour.
another 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And then leave it for overnight. So otherwise we won't finish. Because yeah, the minimum is 30 minutes. We went for 2 hours, so let's just we'll see at the end how it works. But we should have something. Okay, so in the interest of time, guys, I think we've incubated for it's just about 2 hours now. So I think we can proceed from here. Remember the minimum is 30 minutes. And we went for 3 times that. So in the interest of time, we still have another 30 minutes to incubate. A couple of 5 minutes, and then the overnight incubation. So in the interest of time, I think it's safe to proceed now. So everybody can take their tubes. And then that centrifuge must be set to between 18 and 25. Between 18 and 25. So you can set it at 20. Yeah. What is 4? Okay. So we should be on step number 15. 14. Oh yes, 14. So, but this is just spin column there. You can just only put your stuff in that centrifuge, just to collect for 5 seconds. Yeah, just to collect anything from the cat. Yeah.
I don't know how to share it.
Yeah, just for 5 seconds. That should be fine.
Just like 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. You can stop.
You can stop. Yeah, it's stop. Stop.
Yeah, that's enough. Yeah. Then we need the RNAs in here. Can you get us the RNAs? So just 20 microliters of RNAs.
Where is the 4?
So it's coming, so we put it there. So set it on 20.
I thought we returned the...
We returned it. Yeah, we have 20.
Yeah, so one is for these guys.
We can use the speech one, right? We need to wait again.
I'm used to cloud. There's no one She's on a mission.
No, it is. That's 10. Yeah, 10. 20.
Then we prep the next day. So 2 days.
Hiyo kitu hapa. Okay, hebu tuone. It's touching. Is that 20? Hebu tuone.
Yeah, I think you take that one.
Here, take it. Take it.
I didn't use a high level.
So you see, that's why we are saying, I think one of the presenters
So, incubate another one at 30 minutes.
Still trying to figure out what you are doing here.
Where? Look. You see? When you did this one, you did half of the step for Mona. What do you mean? What do you
I
mean?
mean,
Like,
when you are doing the
you know, because it is not 14 mm. You know the volume of the
I understand that bit. Like, what's the use of this buffer CT?
for lysis. It's for lysis.
You took out the buffer and poured it out.
Where?
So, okay.
No, we just added the buffer for lysis. For the this.
So you want to say, okay, so the pellet was left inside the tissue.
All the
Because you discarded it. So it's like you're having two different steps of lysing. Lysing two steps.
make sure not 8 hours.
It's here,
At 55. 55 RPM 900 for 30 minutes. So it is 10 minutes speed and 900 RPM and temperature 55. So we have to another time wait.
Yeah, it's a new one because we pause longer. Yeah. But before break, yeah.
Okay, let me see, what's the next step? Short spin again, that's the SB, buffer SB. So where's the kit? Nanobind. Purple one. It's in there. Yeah, there you go. Buffer SB, yeah. No, I think they've set. They've set already. Yeah. 20 degrees. And after that, that's now, this is a step where we take care of the supernatant because because that's where our DNA is now. So after the centrifugation there, we will have the supernatant, and then you, like you did with the monarch kit, you nicely take out the supernatant without disturbing the pellet into a new tube. And then after you do that, you actually, in a few steps, you'll be able to see the DNA with your naked eye. There'll be some cloud in there. So just if you discard that, yeah, you might as well pack and go because you're not going to get anything. So just be careful with that, that we don't discard the supernatant this time. We keep it because that's where the DNA is. And so we're not going to do the. I thought I forgot actually about the overnight step. So these ones will run tomorrow. So just be mindful that tomorrow in the morning when you take out the textation kits to put it at room temperature. So it needs to normalize it at room temperature. And then we just continue the protocol a few more steps, and then we should be ready to continue. Okay. So I'm sure by tomorrow afternoon we'll be very far. We'll be very, very far with the library. And then it probably would be just a matter of coming on Friday morning and probably done by 11. Yeah? So because once you can, so the overnight step is to make sure, is to solubilize the DNA. So when you see this cloudy, you leave it overnight so that it becomes clear. That's the whole purpose. So you can't work with it as that clumsy because it's very viscous. It's very viscous. So you need to let it overnight for it to solubilize and be a clear liquid that you can be able to work with. Yeah, pipette, yeah. And then eluting, that's where we're gonna have to introduce the nanopine disc. I think it's somewhere in here. Yeah, so this is the disc that kind of the DNA wraps around it. And then we do the few washes. If you're not careful at this step, you can lose the DNA. Yeah. So we just have to be careful when we so that the DNA, give it enough time to wrap around the disc, and then we separate the rest with the magnets, and then we'll have our beautiful DNA there to work with. All right. Yeah, it's another waiting time, unfortunately. Yeah. So anybody, so the floor for the people attending online, this is, they can ask any other questions. We have like 25 minutes incubation step, and also you guys can ask anything outside of this practical. It could be the technology, anything that you want to understand about bio-hi-fi sequencing. I think you can ask at this point. Be able to assist to answer questions.
Even for the people in the room.
Yeah, even for them. Yeah. So if you have a question about the technology itself, the core technology, not just what we are doing now, but yeah, even if you have a question, you can answer now. So everything is an open floor question time. So for those online, for those you guys here.
So maybe I can ask a question. So for conventional, for standard extraction kits, normally we keep discarding the supernatant all through. The DNA is is held in the columns, in the silicon columns. So what makes it different from these high molecular weight DNAs where we work with the supernatant? Is it because we don't have the columns to bind the DNA?
So usually the columns have certain binding capacity.
Yeah.
You know, they have a binding capacity, so they cannot bind the entire genomic DNA from a cell. This is why now with the nanobind or any other high molecular weight, we just try and treat the DNA as it is from the cells. So with the columns, if you, for example, with the Zymo kit, you will see when you buy a column, let's say column whatever, 5 column whatever, 25, that's the binding capacity of that column. It can bind 5 microgram total DNA. It can bind up to 25. So in this case, what we're not, with the nanobind, we are not limiting, we're trying to get as much out of a cellular, out of a cell as possible. So that's why we use that disc so that the DNA itself is nicely wrapped around the disk, around the disk without any limitation. So the matrix, they all have different binding capacities, and that's one of the main differences.
So that implies that for magnetically based kits, the eluted DNA is normally of higher concentration, more, technically speaking, it's normally more than for
What
columns.
you're going to use it for. Yes, usually, so this one would be more than what the column can handle. And also in the sense that this is not fragmented. So remember with the standard one, usually there are, like you bash the DNA, so you get fragments, so they are easy to pass through the matrix. So if you have a long stretch of a DNA, it will be a problem for the matrix. So that's why we don't even use such columns for these. So we just allow, that disk allows the DNA to just nicely wrap around it without any limitation.
So the disc helps the long
To wrap around. So remember, what we need is the longest DNA as possible. Yeah. So if you have to elute that through the column microscope.
And maybe for users of the PacBio platforms and other short read sequencers, would we recommend the high molecular weight DNA extraction kits for such applications?
Yes. So like I said, what we are working with here is it's a fish, right? It's like it's anything that is over 500 megabases. Yeah, you rather want to work with a high molecular weight, right? And remember, the advantages of these huge genomes, as I've mentioned earlier, is you want to get high molecular weight so that you can get the maximum output out of the smart cell. Bacteria, viruses are so small. Even if you get a 7 kb fragment, probably when you do assembly, you're gonna get the entire chromosome. So here we're talking about diploid, tetraploid, whatever. So you want to try and get as long fragments as possible so that you can try and assemble all the chromosomes. Okay. So anyone working or planning to do any long reads, first, anything that is not fungi or bacteria, rather use high molecular weight extraction.
Question. First, does that mean if I'm working with bacteria with fungi, I can use the other kits?
Yeah. So there are kits long high molecular weight extraction for bacteria. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. The organism is so small that you don't really need like 20 kb long fragments. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So so you can use your Zymo kit, you can use your Monarch kit like the one we're using. You can use your Thymidine kit for those kind of things. But when it comes to big genomes in 100 megabases, eukaryotic genomes, strictly not, otherwise you're gonna, instead of using one smart cell for that genome, you're gonna use 2 smart cells because the fragments are so small. You're not getting the maximum output of the smart cell. Even though the quality will be of the highest, but the gigabase you're getting out of the smart cell is less. You're probably gonna get like 60% of what you can actually get out of the. So that means what you're gonna have to carry the cost of another smart cell, because you cannot go back to the client to say, if I did extraction with this kit and then I didn't get the maximum, you have to pay for another smart cell. That's what we do. Because you as a service provider or us as a service provider, we know that this type of organism, we have to use a certain kit for extraction in order to minimize the cost, but also get the maximum output for the client.
I have a question. So does PacBio offer the ability to multiplex samples, and then you talked about the coverage. So does the coverage still remain the same even if I multiplex?
So what's really important here is for us. I'm going to give an example of AfricaBP, right? The standard coverage is 30 times coverage. If you have an organism that is 1 gig genome size, okay, on the current machine we have, that is the maximum output of a smart cell if we performed to the max of the there's 30 gigabases of hi-fi data. So that means for that 1 gigabase genome, you're going to run it alone on that cell to achieve 30 times coverage. If you have a 200, 300 megabase genome, you want 30 times coverage, you just multiply that and get how much you need and how much will allow you to multiplex to achieve that. So it depends, the coverage always depends on the genome size of an organism. So that's what you use to. The human genome, 130 30 times coverage. That's on the SQLE, that's probably between 3 and 4 smart cells to achieve 90 gigs. But, and that comes with its own cost. But on the review, that's just one smart cell. That's just one smart cell. So the coverage, you need to be mindful what organism it is, whether I need to multiplex or not.
Question.
Yeah.
So I believe for some of the organisms in Africa, maybe they have not been genotyped before.
Yeah.
I believe maybe they are even orphan crops or orphan organisms. So how are you going to determine maybe the size of the gene?
Usually in that case, what we do is, if there's no organism, if there's no reference or anything related that is in sequence with that, we just straight, for us as a service provider, we just go straight with one cell for that one organism. And then from there, we do the assembly, and that will tell us how much we still need, or if we predicted right, one smart cell is enough. So it's always worked like that. Some kind of do there's this genome mapping to get an idea of what the genome size is. You can do that, and then come to us with like, okay, the estimated genome is this. And if you have a related family somewhere in the family, you can use that to determine the size of that organism. But if we have zero information, we just say, okay, let's just go with one smart cell and see when we do the assembly how much we can come to. Yeah.
So another question. Looking into this kit, I can only see that it is optimized for animals.
Yeah. So
is there an alternative for plants?
So that one is so with nanobind you have 3 kits. You have nanobind big DNA CBB. C means cell, B means blood, and the B means bacteria. So that means for those 3 types of samples, you can use one kit. There's a nanobind big DNA plant nuclei that's specific for plants. And then there's nanobind tissue, which is what we are using. So all those things are covered, in all those kind of 3 kits. Yeah, so plant nuclei isolation. It's nanobind CBB, cell, blood, bacteria.
Nanobind CBB.
CBB, not CBC. Yeah, I know about CBC. I know he likes some stuff, hot stuff here.
CBC is the education system in Kenya.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking? CBC in South Africa is a beer. It's a beer.
Yeah, we have an education system called CBC.
We have
Blood,
bacteria.
Yeah, so we have a beer called.
And the other one for plants is? The other one for plant?
Plant nuclei.
Plant nuclei.
Yeah, plant nuclei.
Where do you fit in the fungi?
The fungi, you see, fungi is difficult. It's one of the difficult organisms to extract.
Okay.
It is really, really difficult. Sometimes we use, for us, like we've tried different kits. So like it depends on the type of fungi, how complex it is. But we found that with the Zymo research, there's a kit called fungal bacteria that we use. Obviously, just works perfectly for us. That's what we use. We never use fungal for these ones. And I think even Pepper will tell you that, look, it's difficult with this. There's nothing specific for fungi. So we'll go with the Zymo fungal bacteria kit. So it works perfectly for us. Yep.
Question.
Yep.
If someone is not able to buy the DNA extraction kit,
Yep.
but still wants to do the exploration because you have manual, can I use the manual DNA, how do you call it?
The CTEP.
CTEP,
Yeah, you can, but yeah, I know the yield on CTEP is quite high sometimes, quite high, but you just need to make sure of purity. You need to remove as many chemicals as possible because number one, we are using a natural polymerase. Those chemicals are harsh to the polymerase. So if you contact any bio applications, they will tell you do not use a CTEP. Because you'll get a good DNA and stuff like that, but that will just kill the polymerase. So if you are confident of your method, you can do your purification, kind of try and get rid of all those chemicals and stuff like that. Run it, I don't know what you're going to be using. Use ampoule beads, wash it over and over. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. But yeah, with the kits, it's guaranteed.
Let me ask you another question.
Yep.
What if all this stage that you have covered, and you sit up, then look into the
Kit.
that binder.
Yeah.
And then now the cleaning step.
Yeah.
This clean it using that step.
You can, but I've never seen anyone doing that. So it is something that you'll have to troubleshoot. I've never seen anyone doing that. So those that do CTEP, they will use the ampoule beads. They will do clean up with ampoule beads, kind of do washes because you still use alcohol there to wash as well, and then send those things. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So to move from CTEP, use that the extracted material and do it with. It's a good idea theoretically, but I've never seen it work. I've never tried it.
Because why I'm asking you like that because these plant tissues that we sometimes extract DNA from.
Right.
There's kind of a variation. Yes. I've worked with plant, but sometimes you find that this setup it works in this protocol.
Yes.
With this protocol, you move to the next
plant
doesn't work.
Yeah.
The same apply to kits.
Yes.
Okay, I think Dennis sold some kits back sometimes, and we tried extracting DNA from marine ecosystem.
Yeah.
And it became very difficult to get quality DNA. But when you supply that with the Zamogen, now it works.
You're right.
Yeah. So when designing this kit, do you consider that kind of that there is no universal way of extracting DNA from a tissue and
designing is way over my head.
Because one thing I'm sure about is
that
terrestrial organism and marine organism are totally different.
They are for sure.
And one protocol cannot be used for both, even if they're all animals or
yeah, so I can't speak for the manufacturer. I don't know how they, I don't know what goes into that, unfortunately. But for me personally, I would imagine that they take as much care as possible to try and make the kit universal. It's just a matter of what you're working with. That works, and if it does not work, I mean, for traditional method can work.
Just optimization.
Yeah, the rest optimization. Yeah. Sometimes you find that we've done a lot of plant extraction with plant nucleic kit. It was difficult, like even from fresh tissues, those things. And sometimes we have to adjust there and there and there. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you get it, and we end up having to resolve to the standard kits. Trying and to take it on ourselves and say, okay, we just need to produce more data for that, maybe add another muscle because we're not successful with the high molecular weight, so we have to use the normal way, the normal kit. So it is what it is. It depends on what you're working with, and then take it from there. Nothing online?
So this step for gel, can you do normal gel?
No. If you're working with any NGS technology, do not use the normal gel. Don't use agarose gel. Unless, where you can use the normal gel is if you're doing amplicons, just to see that amplicons have worked. But once you start preparing the library, so remember the NGS, what counts more in the NGS, especially when it comes to loading, is the specific size spread. First start. Stuff that you loaded in there is very expensive. So you don't want to take a chance with agarose gel. So whether it's short reads or long reads.
Unless one is doing maybe quality check. I think for quality check one they use maybe
So what do you mean by quality check?
Then like, yani the quality of the bands with the size of the bands.
But it's not specific.
That's why you can't get that. So where you can, the only time you can use is with amplicons. Where you want to see, okay, this band is here, so that's 1.6, that's 16 band. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Once you start to dive really into starting using library practices, you want that specific number, because that's what machine, telling the machine my size is this. If you say my size is this, and you run the gel, and that's just estimates. And you find that, okay, you say, okay, my size is this, let me load 19 feet or more. Only to find out your specific fragment of intent is actually lower than that. You're underloading the cell. You're not going to get, so you're wasting the cell. So you need that specific number to calculate nanomolar. Okay. To calculate that nanomolar. That nanomolar, the number of molecules we have is based on the average size of your fragments. So that's why we have these guys. So any lab that wants to have NGS machine needs to have these kind of guys. You need to have the Agilent, the bioanalyzer stuff. That's why we have those for the specific fragment size.
So this one will tell you the specific that you have, the DNA that you have there, the size.
The sizing, the size distribution. So you can play around, say, okay, this is my average, but let me move this way so that I can load a bit more. So that even if I'm overestimating, I will still come back to the expected size. And then what? Yeah. So let me just finish that. The thing with pepper, if you say, okay, my size is. We used to use this. This one, yeah, it's not accurate. The margin for error is quite high. So there's another one called the fragment analyzer or femtopal. They are very specific. So if you use this one, what PacBio machine will tell you if your estimation was right or not. When the run is complete, and you go into the QC matrix, it will tell you the average size of the fragment that was actually sequenced. Then you will know if you were out or in. So this one we always okay, that side, and then we bought the fragment analyzer. Now the difference is just like a few hundred base pairs to what we estimated. That's why we are always beating the maximum output of the smart cell. Because that sizing is very important. Yep.
What if ways you can still use the spectrophotometer to check the quality?
Yeah. So that's in the actual QC manner. That is the first point you go. Okay. After extraction, unfortunately we don't have it yet. We do.
Yeah, we have some around there.
Nanodrop, tape station, qubit. Those are your first three instruments for your initial QC. Once you've done the hearing and everything, it's always a fragment analyzer or tape station and qubit. Those two all the way. So because and that nanodrop helps because if the run fails down the line, I'm gonna come back to you and say, okay, can I have the initial purity checks that you did? So I need that nanodrop for that.
And I've seen like because you're getting these very long time, I've seen in Namco they tend like to join them using these and so now in PacBio, how are these fragments now being? Do we just the polymerase join them together? How does it like now come that loop?
No. Remember, we have 15 to 25 kb fragments, right?
Yeah.
It's blunt like that, but we have this loop like gate. That's why I said when I was doing presentation, say at the end of shearing and everything, you do end repair and A-tailing. So our adapters, why do we have an A-tailing? Our adapters have what? The T overhead. So you just like it, and then you have a structure. And when polymerase goes around, that structure becomes circle. So it just rolls. Yeah.
And the structures, so if, for example, I want a specific amount of data, can I like, does it remain a bit I can use for another run, or it's just
No, the
One
smart
time.
cell. The smart cell it's a once-off use.
Yeah.
The smart cell is, remember you have 4,
Yeah.
right, in a tray. You have 4 smart cell that correspond to 4 reactions. So so you can, so once that smart cell is used, you can go back and clean it. Yeah. So it's used. So what the advantage is, once the smart cell is used, that reaction, the complete reaction kit is still usable. You can still come back the next day and load the same thing. It will take the second smart cell, the same reactions, it's still usable. So that's where in the morning when I said, in this technology, you don't have to wait to accumulate a certain number of samples so that it can make financial viable for you if you want to run this big genome. You can get one, run, somebody sends you the next one, load, the price is still the same. So some technologies you have to, they say, yeah, you need to run, like you can load 200 genomes on the same. When are you going to get the 200 genomes? If you run that one genome on that 200 outputs months, so you lose it. It's way expensive. It's way expensive. Yeah. Wow, what did that time flew past? Like 2 minutes left. The question?
Some of them went for lunch and they're taking a little bit longer to come back.
Come back. Okay.
So I have a question, like for you guys. So we really need a backbone system in East Africa. And us as a service provider, we are working on getting one, but we need some in your institutions. I know each one of these from different institutions, you know the demand, you know the need for the system. So we need to work with us. Let us know what we can do, what support you need from us, and how we can help to push your institutions to get to the system. Because we love the support, we will be there. Our supply chain is really robust, we will not disappoint you. Our support is really strong, we will not disappoint you. So we are here for your ideas. We want to, like, you know your institutions then, you know who we can talk to, who we can approach, how we can approach them, at least to get a system here. Because when we get the system here, I mean, the people in this room will be the first ones to benefit. You will be leading, you will be guiding this technology in the entire East Africa region. So work with us, let us know.
Quality of application.
Yeah,
it's going to be of the highest level.
Exactly, yeah. So let us know how we can be of assistance. Let us know which people to talk to, how to talk to, what they want to hear to consider such an investment. In terms of the capital investments, we are flexible, we are always open for talk. Yeah, so we really hope in the next few months, in the next few days, we can get a system in our region.
Okay, next step. So you're going to do a short spin again, just to collect, is it? Yeah. Short spin the column. Yeah, just like we did before that. Yeah, short spin. And we move to point number 20. Wait, where are we? Okay, yeah, number 17 now.
We need
Buffer SB. Yeah, buffer SB. Buffer SB. So 200 microliter of buffer SB. 60 microliters. Yeah, 60 microliters of buffer SB. You need a P200. Or 100 if you have it. Or 100. So we are almost there.
You can give me some teaching paper, and you label with the marker pen.
Do not touch the AfricaBP workshop. Okay, 5:10, so that we move to number 18.
How many extractions can you do?
Can you pass it to Papa?
We have two different
Five times.
I wonder who discovered all this.
Where Papa is speaking. Pulse field, pulse frequency, and then this thing can go to the centrifuge for 5 minutes. And 10,000 HG.
Yeah. 5 minutes, 20.
So the speed is at 0. No, we haven't started. Ah, okay. So you're open.
I'm being bullied like
She can't even deny the allegations.
Number 10.
Then 1, and then 15, 6. It will be balanced.
Giving you this new 14.
For 5 minutes there?
For 5 minutes.
No, who are you, teacher? Oh, but it's going.
14, but
It's just 1 degree difference.
took quite a long time to get to
4 minutes. Have you loaded already? So we're gonna so this is an important step, guys. So you need to have a new tube, 1.5. Remember, this is supernatant is a precious material. Okay. supernatant is this precious material. Pipette it out into a new shoe. Remember not to disturb the pellets. Okay. So this is where your DNA is. So you're gonna see it in a short period of time.
No.
Are you getting nice pictures?
I hope so.
Are you using the normal kind of thing to give blockchain?
Yeah. These are things they've been sterilized.
Yeah, but
You can use them.
yeah, but at least if your flash is strong.
Oh, yours it says 300.
It's just that there's so many things
Okay, it's
happening.
300 microliters of supernatant, okay?
Good.
So again, go in there one by one. One by one.
Yeah, peke yake, which is also hard. Yeah.
Victoria.
Are you also taking at the conference?
Here?
Yeah. Yesterday.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
the magnetic line. The magnetic clock. Yeah, it's a room temperature. Yeah, it's just one. It's just one. Yeah, like
What's the time now?
Okay, one by one, please, so that you don't disturb the pellets. And then for those that already have the build. So at this point, once you add the BL3, that's where you're going to see some cloudiness. Yeah, you're going to start seeing the cloudiness. So that is where your genomic DNA is. So, but first, guys, you remove the supernatant there. First, you remove the supernatant into a new tube, 300 microliters.
That's sort of ruler.
Yeah. That's what I need that. This, yeah. Yeah, no. If you've taken 300, it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, okay. Let's put that one on guys, so you only need 300 microliters. If you still have something remaining, it's perfectly fine. And then the next buffer is BL3. So you notice here you start seeing some cloudiness. That's where your DNA is. So you need about what, 50 microliters. Yeah, there.
They can use one.
Just kind of when you at the top of the isopropyl, that's where it starts precipitating. Are you noticing any cloudiness? Then once you've done that, so I want everyone to add the BL3 buffer first, and then that's what the next step is to add a disc. Okay, the next step is to add a disc into the solution. So the disc, your DNA will start wrapping itself around that disc, and then you see it precipitate once you add the isopropanol. Yeah. So you add it to the supernatant. You add the BL3 to the supernatant. Not the original pellet, the supernatant. Just wait for everyone. Just try wait for everyone to finish. Just wait for the rest of the tubes, please. Just wait for the rest of the tubes, please. The nano disc. Yeah, so this is the nanodisk. You can see the bottom here. So this is where your DNA will wrap itself around it. So if you look at the protocol, it says it's a must that you add the disk before the isopropanol. Okay, it's written there. Okay. So I'm gonna give these guys a disk. They add, and then they add propanol, and then you move to the next person. Okay. Yeah. I think we have isopropanol in here. Okay. Yeah. Just one. Isopropanol. Yeah. Then you invert to mix 10 times. To the next person. Then you invert 10 times as you mix.
Now I'm seeing the cloudiness.
You see? You see? Where's your DNA? Yes. It's wrapping over the disk.
Is it okay if you touch it there like that?
Yeah. You'll see it start wrapping around the DNA. You see the DNA start wrapping around the disk? You see?
Okay.
Okay, so now we have to put them on the rocker. Make sure, you see?
No, the honor.
Let me see. Can you see? Can you show the guys how it's coming around? Can you see the guys online what it looks like?
Yeah.
How to instruct this? Wait. Okay. Will we just make sure it's tight. That's one.
It's a rotator.
What does it do? Oh, okay. Just mixing. No, this one you don't need to balance.
Where's the other tubes?
This one you don't need to really to balance.
Where's your tube?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah. All four come on this one.
This, can we have another one? Sorry.
Number one.
Fascinating.
Number 4.
That's there. For how long?
For
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Someone is telling me.
Does it also have different speeds?
Yeah, just different speed. So this one 20 RPMs.
Oh, okay.
So
What is usage of the speed and this whatever?
I'm just going to quickly check the
It just assumes
guidelines.
low speed limit.
This is nice. Nairobi High.
How's your experience been?
Okay, but this, you see this check, this one here. Okay.
If you would have put a situation before, it wouldn't have come out.
It's a different conference, right? I'm not sure, do you have this one?
There's a date for using this.
It can be an influence.
So this is expected by the
Like which way metagenesis.
Hakuna pure culture ingine yenye vizuri. Unaona ile pure culture ya watu ile ile culture kwa sequence tunasema
So Friday should be short.
Very short.
So you have to go to the
the only thing yenye tulifanya optimization yenye tulifanya kwa hiyo ni unajua tunasikia time ya crashing modernization wameweka sijui 2 minutes tuliongeza to 1 hour tuliweka tu kwa sheka tu kuweka bora kwa sheka tu
The disc should still be a little bit up. That's the purpose. How much time left? 6 minutes. 6 minutes, okay. Right.
So, you take out the liquid, or you taking out the disc?
No, you take out the liquid.
The liquid.
Because we have to do some washes on the disc. Okay. So this is where, if you don't do it right, you lose the DNA. You lose the DNA. So you have to. No, yeah, we use.
You can, yeah, we can
use
do
1.5.
it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let me do the demo then. Who's it? See, this is your sample, right?
Yeah.
So the first bit, they tell us to remove this plastic, and then while outside, and then we just add our sample tube.
Yeah.
And then we put it upside down, okay? While there, and then we put the magnet in. Okay?
So
slowly.
just so tightens it's holding the sample.
Yeah, so the sample is at the top, it's going to be at the bottom, but you slowly tilt it back. Slowly tilt it back. So the idea here is to have the disc up there. So that it be easy when you open, it's just only the liquid here. Yeah, so that you can take it out, wash, take it out. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do with our samples.
So once we wash it,
does that magnet come with the kit?
No, you have to buy separately.
But can it be improvised?
Can it be improvised?
Yeah, you need experience. Because the guys in the lab, they know it, so that's why they gave me this. So they know it works as well, but
Yeah.
if you have this one as a starter, it's good. We also have this one, but this also works for us.
So the beads or either the disc, the
Huh?
circle, you can use the magnetic beads or the disc.
No, this
They're going
this
to
is
purely
disc.
for.
Yeah, this is great. Because remember, it's just the beads don't capture the entire DNA. Just capture the subset of the DNA based on the ratios you're using. Okay, so here we are literally separating the DNA from all the solution, the entire DNA. So that's why you need a disc that kind of wraps the DNA wrap around it. Right. So when we do our library, that's when we're gonna do the washes with the amphibians, the magnetic beads.
what is the disc made of? Why the chemistry?
It is somewhere written in the protocol actually. It's written somewhere in the protocol. Written somewhere, yeah, but somewhere it's there. I just forgot. It's quite hot here. Hot. Okay, yeah, just open a bit. It was written somewhere. Let me just check this one, this guide actually. Silica surface. It's made of the silica. Yeah. So this kind of, when you look at it, it's got silica, so it's got structures just kind of randomly pointing out of the disc. So that allows the DNA to wrap around all the channels of the silica, and it's also magnetic. Yeah.
So it's likely to
so you can just check pass this around. You see how the microscopic view of this just random things out standing up, so that the DNA can nicely wrap around the channels of the silica. So just check that, just let everyone see that. No, I only know this. I don't know the bigger ones. If there's any small ones, I know this.
So there's a question.
Yeah.
Is the silica on the disc similar to that one on the spin columns?
Actually, I don't know. Quite honest, I don't know. So I'll just zoom in on the disc so that they can see.
Oh, okay.
So how that one, the microscopic view of the disc. So it's basically just the silica just encoded on the disc, whatever the magnetic disc they're using. So basically, there's no holes here. It's just the silicate structure kind of randomly placed coated on the magnetic rack, so that the DNA can move within the channels at right while wrapping itself around all those hooks and whatever.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So, but if it's the same material, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Where is my phone? Where's my phone? Okay. Okay, so you can see that. Okay. So yeah, I just want everyone to see how it looks like. Yeah, that's the hole that it stays at the top.
So it should be on the.
Just by the So let me just zoom into the online people about the structure of the disc is, because I don't have it on the manual here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think that's what I'm right, yeah.
You're done?
It's done? Okay. I bring them on one, all of them on one drive. Right, wait, let me just see.
They are all structured.
On the purpose you can ask her if she was asked.
So we need them to be float in here, so it can be a bit of a problem. Otherwise we won't be able to wash them. Okay. That part now. So you see we do this. Load the this here. Here. Tilt this upside down. Okay, you should have balanced it. And the next step is to put this while this is upside down. Okay. You see? You see? You see? You see? This way we want them. Nice. This is how we want them, right up there. Okay. Because I'm gonna do this stuff. So we've come so far to lose the DNA. Okay. What's the protocol step? Discard the supernatant. Okay. And I have the how much is the total volume? 3 plus 2. I need a P1 down. I haven't done this in a long time. Kwanza kama uliokuwa badala ya kuifungua kusumbua. Fingers crossed that we're not throwing away the sample actually. Okay, what do you use for washes?
CW1, buffer CW1.
Yeah? CW1. Okay, so let me wash.
500 microliters of wax.
Okay. So this is the one. CW1 wash buffer 1. So basically wash buffer 1. Okay, I just wanted to take out the stuff
So we
somebody can.
all the spinatant or
So you just, yeah, you're gonna have to remove. So
all of them. Right?
now you're doing the washes. So you just 500 nicely, slowly. Okay, I just wanted to remove that first bit for you guys, and yeah, I'm gonna need one person to do this.
Or to remove the remaining spinatant.
No, to the
Or
washes.
to add the 500 microliters.
Yeah. So who's confident? Just got a high confidence. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
There you go.
Don't touch the disc, please.
Yeah.
Hizi ya bopa hivi
Ah, ilikuwa na shake bwana. Hizi
With the rest?
The tip or
Yeah, change.
Are we washing the disc?
Yeah, so you have to kind of
we
slowly
remove
let the ethanol run
Over the
the wash over the disc.
Okay.
Don't splash,
Yeah.
just nicely release the liquid.
Okay.
That's where we're washing the impurities now from. No, what's the protocol saying?
we're
We're supposed to do better and
to remove the tube wrap again and then invert it.
with it within the disc. Or you can just post directly to the bottom because we're going to do inversion.
Ili tumie magnet ilitumia spin columns. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, after you put it back again. So close. Let me come through. So let me see.
Remove it on the rack and then invert it and then you again put it back on the
Remove
rack.
the rack from the.
You can close.
Close first.
Yeah. Okay. Then bring it back again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where is the growth?
Can you put it back?
Yes. Or we do like we did the last time again.
Do we do the
We did like we did last time.
Oh. Oh, like this?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. And do this. Wow, 4 times.
Washing 4 times.
Motion for time. No, we inverted and then removing again the excess liquid.
Question. I mean, what we are doing with me?
Yeah, on the mix. So we still repeat this step again.
Can you do that?
We do it once again.
So it's like washing with CBD twice.
No, it's fine. I trust
Can you just stop?
Yeah. Some reagents. So what just wash it? Come here, they don't see the need of you washing twice.
Next we do 2.
So we repeat it once. 23. Yeah, 28. No? I think that is just inverting. So we are repeating this step again. We repeat 27 now and then one time.
With W2 now.
With CW1. Like we at 27, 28, they say we repeat step.
Oh, so we are repeating.
Repeat that step one time.
So we have
and
to
then-
add again
Yes.
CW1.
To add 500 with CW1 with the step. But it's nearly. I think we are.
No, add W1 and
Add again now 500 of CW1.
CW1. Because we are repeating.
You're repeating the step.
You just, yeah, you can just,
You can just add, yeah.
Just straight.
You don't need to. Because we're going to mix it
Yeah.
again.
We are now repeating. We are now repeating. Then repeat again.
We mix first. We mix.
Oh, 4 times, eh? CW2, wash back 2.
So again, 2 more washes.
No CW2. Again, the same. Fix that.
Okay, I'm going to need someone to add CW2.
I'm here.
Okay. Give me space. And then the last one is done. Still 500? Of CW2?
Yes, 500.
Long protocol, eh? Yeah.
In the tube,
And then after that, what's happening?
So you repeat again.
Repeating
CW1. Yes, CW2.
Oh, yes.
So you repeat it again. Repeat and then we send to huge and then we and then we remove the CD or the
right side up.
should not cause any damage.
Almost there. Okay, guys, done the wash. That's on the final stage. Okay. So in this stage, so the tubes, so obviously when you look at this, the liquid, the disc is just above, The liquid is at the bottom. So you can't get to the liquid to remove the excess liquid, right? So what you do, what they say is, with the side up, you slide in the tubes. Okay, that. So obviously at this stage, the disc is still blocking the bottom, right? So carefully, you say you open, then with the tip, just the tip. So at this point, the DNA is tightly bound to the disc. You just push it to the side, so that you can access the liquid. So somebody can do that. You can first just put the disc on the side and then come back in and extract the liquid.
Not yet. Go on the side. Yeah, obvious. That's okay.
Oh, that's what you're saying. I live for you?
Generally, someone
Okay. Come over.
The last one.
I thought you were just reminding me of the case. But at the time, yeah, that was some concern.
Now we can turn,
Put it upright, and then you remove the put it upright into it.
What's the protocol saying?
At this stage,
you need to take it
or you can remove the liquid from there. Some will still remain.
remove it and then go inside.
Okay.
I think he's using a small
Okay.
Probably use a smaller tube.
No, it's
Yeah, it doesn't matter really.
Ungeinua niwekelee press kama uko juu kidogo.
Akisimamisha
Almost there.
I usually want it to be
in magnet itahang. Mimi ningesimamisha.
Let me just see if there's any more minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. If it's step 41, how would I put in step 41?
Not removed all the liquid.
You still have this liquid, so you have to repeat. In the meantime, everyone took the new 1.5 tube and add the elution buffer to the tubes. It says new. Oh, okay. I'm looking at a different one. Okay, okay, it's fine. It's fine.
We'll add the illusion
To the to the same tube. But just do the spin again, close. Close and go and do it. Do the spin again. So you can take them and go to the spin again. The axis. There is almost, and then here I put the sample that time, homogenize them, in answer with that. Take care of it.
They are putting that one. We will remove the tube of the rust. Then we have the illusion buffer. So define the research. Yes, we need to transform the illusion buffer. The illusion buffer.
It's in there.
In the same
But now this one
doesn't specify it needs to be warm.
Oh, definitely.
and easy to
Yeah, it should be fine.
the 10 microliter.
I'm so interested about that stuff.
Everyone must take their tube.
So everyone take
Number
that
two.
too.
Number three, that side.
Number 3.
Yeah, everyone must take their sheet now. Okay, go back to the stations. And then we have the illusion buffer right here. How much are we adding? 75. It's the same tube, right?
Going to the nano. Add on the nano.
I think tomorrow
Yeah.
I need to find a way to pause it. Tomorrow I need to find a way how I can pause it when you go for longer breaks. Or maybe rather leave it on because I realized when you went for the lunch break, it couldn't go back to the same link. Yeah.
So we time.
So the nano bit should be inside the EB or because it's floating out. It should be inside.
It's 50, right?
It's 75.
It's supposed to be 75.
It's supposed to be 75. Then this must be in the
Otherwise it's not going to You can give it a quick spin.
No. Like this.
But you will go down the sides of the chip, narrows. This one will be actually here, then the other surface. You set your time?
Is there a minimum on the time? Minimum, previously everyone can set it.
10 minutes.
Oh, it's 10 minutes. Oh, okay.
Are we missing anything else? Let me go around. Let's go around it. Yeah. I don't think we are. I think everything is fine. It wasn't full anymore. So there's no. Oh, what is this? I don't know. This one goes into the -20 kit, the plastic. This also goes into -20 with that other isopropanol.
Victoria.
As such as usual. Some trench. Do this way.
You have to as well.
It's supposed to be called when you're using it to provide you.
Let me just
It does result. How far are you guys supposed to invest? But this one we don't put back to the magnet, right? You just but you spend a lot of time. Really, you missed so this time you just go straight into the liquid, extract, and then get access to the liquid. Same thing. Outside, on the side up, get access to the juice. So when you find sunlight, get the allowance. Put a paper. So here you just go straight into the For the rest of the guys, so you can screen together.
Wait.
Because you guys started late, so they look less people. What's the time?
It's 10 minutes up.
10 minutes up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then just go straight into the liquid, extract the niche.
I had to start to break the screen before we.
Yeah, then just wait for the guys there.
5 seconds.
So you just go straight into the liquid, get the liquid out into the new tube, and then we short spin again there one more time.
Wait, are we spinning the liquid with
The one with the nanobite.
You took out your liquid? Yes. Yeah.
Just to remove the excess.
Just remove excess.
So you're spinning the nanobite.
Yeah, just to remove excess liquid.
okay, it's not that one.
Ah, the spin.
Don't spin the dilute.
Akrim, you're done, right?
Just tap it through there.
Could you put it open on? Akrim, we're done? Sterilization is done.
Okay, this is the end of first day of practicals. The guy has just eluted what we hoping is a high molecular weight DNA. So it's kind of viscous now, so we're going to let it to rest overnight so that it's solubilized in the solution. And then when we come back tomorrow, we're going to do QC, and then QC, I mean the tape station as well as the qubit, and then assess the quality of our extraction. And then if everything is good, we're going to do the shearing on the mega router, and then the PacBio's molecular library tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for staying with us. See you again tomorrow.